First we'll start with partial fractions. Okay, this is rational function. What is rational function? If f of x and g of x are two polynomials in x, if f of x and g of x are two polynomials in x and g of x not equal to 0, then f of x divided by g of x is called a rational fraction. Okay. So next is proper fraction. What is proper fraction? A rational function f of x divided by g of x is said to be a proper fraction. Okay. If the degree of f of x is less than the degree of g of x. Got it? What is proper fraction? A rational function f of x divided by g of x is said to be a proper fraction if the degree of f of x is less than the degree of g of x. Now I have given here two examples. For example, 3x minus 5 whole thing divided by 2x square plus x minus 6. Okay. So now here x is having nothing, means it is 1. Here degree is 1. Whereas here it is 2x square. X square means degree is 2. Got it? So what he says, the degree of f of x is less than degree of g of x. So f of x degree is what? Here 1. Nothing is there 1. And degree of g of x is what? 2. Where 1 is less than 2. That is what this example. Another example here. 4x square minus 5. So numerator is what? F of x. And degree is what? Here 2. Now here in denominator, that is g of x, it has two brackets. 2x plus 3 into 4x square minus 9. So if I multiply 2x into 4x square, I am getting 8x cube. Cube means the degree is 3. So 2 is less than 3, na? That is what. Okay? That is proper fraction. Next comes improper fraction. A rational function f of x divided by g of x is said to be improper fraction if the degree of f of x is greater than or equal to the degree of g of x. Okay. For example, 2x cube plus 3x square minus 5x plus 7. Here degree is what? F of x degree is 3. 2x cube it is not. And here it is what? Denominator g of x 2x square minus x minus 6. So here degree is 2. Naturally 3 is greater than 2. That is what is saying here. F of x greater than or equal to. In next example, I have shown degree both same. X square plus 3x minus 7 divided by 3 minus 11x plus 6x square. Here numerator, that is f of x, degree is what? 2. Denominator, okay, degree is, that is g of x, degree is 2. So both are same. So second example is what? Equal to. And in the first example it is greater than. Okay, that is how proper and improper fractions are given. So while solving the problem, we have to check whether it is proper or improper. Okay, if it is proper, well and good, proceed further. If it is improper, we have to convert it into proper fraction. So we have to do actual division method and we have to convert it. Okay. Now, as this is for BCA, they will not ask problem on improper fraction. Okay. Actually, this syllabus is of your QC 1 and 2 science college. Okay. So now, as it is a BCA and you are econ students, little bit of things will be cut down. Okay. So you will get problems on proper fraction because again improper means you have to do division method and convert it to proper fraction and then solve the problem. So automatically the problem will also become lengthy. So that's why they will ask you problem based on proper fraction. Got it? But at really I have to tell you. Okay. Next is polynomials in x. Is nothing but it is what f of x is equal to a naught x raised to n plus a1 x raised to n minus 1 plus a2 x raised to n minus 2 plus dot 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 plus an. So this is nothing but it is a quadratic equation. That is what we call here 2x square plus x minus 6. It is quadratic equation. And this is here cube means what? It is cubic equation. So polynomials consist of quadratic equations or cubic equations. Okay. So now I will wait for 3-4 minutes you can take down this whatever I have written. Okay, you copy it down, then afterwards we'll start again. Again I have to do some more theory. After that we'll be doing the problems on partial fractions. Okay. Otherwise, you can take the screenshot also. You can take the screenshot and later on you can copy it. Now, what you do is you get one separate book for mathematics. Okay. So, whatever we will be doing in this class, you are going to write it in your book. Because you don't keep the videos, sometimes it may get erased from your mobile or whatever, or laptop. It is better to write, produce it on the book, and that time again you will learn something, okay, regarding all whatever I have done it, then you can do the problem. Otherwise, what happens, just reading, listening, it will not make any help, because mathematics you have to write. Okay. Now I will drop the board and will proceed further. Okay, the following theorem enables us to resolve a proper fraction into an algebraic sum of partial fractions. Okay, so what is that theorem? I will write it. Okay, any given proper fraction, of the form f of x divided by g of x, comma reduced to its lowest terms, can be resolved can be resolved into an algebraic sum. An algebraic sum. An algebraic sum of partial fraction. According to the following rules. According to the following rules. Okay. Rule number 1. According to the following rule. Rule number 1, what it says? To each non-repeated linear factor ax plus b. Okay. ax plus b of g of x then corresponds a partial fraction of the form a upon ax plus b. Okay. Rule number 1, what it says? To each non-repeated linear factor ax plus b of g of x, there corresponds a partial fraction of a upon ax plus b. Okay. Now rule number 2. Rule number 2, what it says now? To each repeated linear factor, ax plus b whole bracket is to r of g of x, that corresponds partial fractions of the form a1 divided by ax plus b plus a2 divided by ax plus b whole square plus a3 divided by ax plus b whole cube plus dot ar divided by ax plus b whole bracket is to r. Okay. So now here is saying repeated line linear factor ax plus b raised to r. So there corresponds a partial fraction of the form a1 upon ax plus b plus a2 upon ax plus b whole square plus a3 upon ax b whole cube plus dot ar upon ax plus b whole bracket raised to r. Okay, that is your rule number 2. Then comes rule number 3. Rule number 3 is here to each non-repeated irreducible quadratic ax square plus bx plus c of g of x. Okay, of g of x. G of x. Okay, there corresponds a partial fraction. There corresponds a partial fraction of the form. A partial fraction of the form. Okay, of the form ax plus b, divided by ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, now what is saying, the following theorem enables us to resolve a proper fraction into an algebraic partial fractions. Okay, theorem, what it says, any given proper fraction of the form f of x divided by g of x reduced to its lowest term can be resolved into an algebraic sum of partial fraction according to the following rules. So rule number 1 is what? To each non-repeated linear factor ax plus b of g of x, there corresponds a partial fraction of the form a divided by ax plus b. Okay. Second rule, what it says, to each repeated linear factor, raised to r, ax plus b, put bracket raised to r of g of x, there corresponds r partial fractions of the form. That is what I given here. a1 upon ax plus b plus a2 upon ax plus b whole square plus a3 upon ax plus b whole cube plus dot 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 ar upon ax plus b whole bracket raised to r. Okay. So rule 1 and rule 2 are little bit similar. They are with linear factors. Here it is only single factor. Here it is in rule 2 repeated factors. There may be 2 or 3 factors. Okay, at the most. Because for your syllabus, otherwise the calculation will become big while solving the problem. Whatever examples will be asked, most of the examples will be asked on rule number and rule 2. Rarely rule number 3 will come. Okay, and again rule number 4 is what? Same way like rule number 2, repeated of what? This one, quadratic equation. Okay, and that they will not ask you, that is ruled out to you, rule number 4, but still I will give it to you, can copy it. Okay. start with rule number 4. Rule number 4, what it says? To each repeated quadratic factor ax square plus bx plus c whole bracket raised to r of g of x that corresponds r partial fraction of the form a1x plus b1 divided by ax square plus bx plus c, okay, plus a2x plus b2 divided by ax square plus bx plus c whole square, okay, plus a3x plus b3 divided by ax square plus bx plus c whole cube plus dot arx plus br divided by ax square plus bx plus c whole bracket raised to r. So this is how it is resolved for repeated quadratic factor ax square bx plus c whole bracket raised to r of g of x. Okay, so rule number 4, they will not ask problem to you, okay, otherwise it will become very lengthy. Now one by one we do the problems. Now while doing the problems also I'll tell you, okay. You can take down this. reduce the following into partial fractions. Okay, so under that, problem number 1, 5x minus 9 divided by x plus 4 into x minus 2. Okay, reduce the following into partial fractions. First one is 5x minus 9 divided by x plus 4 into x minus 2. Okay, now the answer, resolve it into partial fraction. That is PF. PF is partial fraction. Okay, that is 5x minus 9 divided by x plus 4 into x minus 2 is equal to, now your rule number 1. See, there are two factors. So for first factor I will take a upon x plus 4 plus, this is different factor, I will take this as b upon x minus 2 and name this as equation number 1. Okay, next step what we are going to do, we are going to find out a value and b value. Now next step what I will do, I will copy this LHS side, left hand side as it is. Okay, is equal to, now here this side LCM are what, both the brackets. Okay, so now below a x plus 4 is there, this one is there, this is not there, so this will be multiplied plus b into, below b x minus 2 is there, this is not there, this will be multiplied x plus 2. Okay, after that what happens, this denominator and this denominator will get cancelled. Okay, therefore 5x minus 9 is equal to a into x minus 2 plus b into x plus 4, equation number 2. That is, I got equation number 2. Now what I will do, one by one the values of x and 4 and get the value of a and b. After getting a and b value, I will put it in equation 1, that is the final answer. Okay, now I will say here, since x plus 4 is equal to 0, I will equate it to 0. Therefore, I will get what? X is equal to minus 4. I will get x is equal to minus 4. I will say from 2. That is 5x it is. 5 into x is what? Minus 4. Minus 9 is equal to a into minus 4 minus 2 plus b into what? Minus 4 plus 2. Next, 5 into minus 4 is minus 20 minus 9. Minus 4 minus 2 is minus 6 plus b into minus 4 plus 4 is 0. So minus 20 minus 9 is minus 29 and this will be minus 6a plus 0. So minus 29 is equal to minus 6a. Minus minus cancels. Therefore a is what? 29 upon 6. Therefore a is 29 upon 6. I got a value. Next I will find out b value. Now again what I will do, I will say here, since x minus 2 is equal to 0. Since x minus 2 is equal to 0, therefore x is equal to 2. I am equating now, x minus 2 is equal to 0, therefore x is equal to 2. Again I will recall this equation 2. In equation 2, wherever x is there, I will put it as 2. From equation 2. From 2. Okay. What will be 5x? 5 into 2 minus 9 is equal to a into 2 minus 2 plus b into 2 plus 4. So 5 2s are 10 minus 9 is equal to 2 minus 2 is 0 plus b 2 plus 4 is 6. 10 minus 9 is 1, 0, 6. 1 is equal to 6b. Therefore, b is equal to 1 upon 6. So that is how I got the value. A value is 29 upon 6. B value is 1 upon 6. Then I will say from equation 1. From 1. Therefore, 5x minus 9 divided by x plus 4 into x minus 2 is equal to, what is A? A is 29 by 6 divided by x plus 4 plus B is 1 by 6 divided by x minus 2. Okay, you can keep the answer at this stage. Otherwise, if you want, you can take this 6 down in the denominator. Okay, is equal to 29 upon 6 into x plus 4 plus 1 upon 6 into bracket x minus 2. This is the answer. Okay, I will explain the problem again. Question asked is what? 5x minus 9 divided by x plus 4 into x minus 2. So this given thing will resolve it into partial fraction. That is 5x minus 9 divided by x plus 4 into x minus 2 is equal to a upon 1 factor, that is x plus 2, plus b upon x minus 2, another factor, x minus 2. So now what I have done, I have copied this as it is, 5x minus 9 x plus 4 into x minus 2. Here what I have done, I have taken LCM with both the brackets, LCM. Then this is cross multiplied here, a into x minus 2 plus b into x plus 4. After that what I have done, this denominator and this denominator I have cancelled it. Okay, therefore 5x minus 9 is equal to a into x minus 2 plus b into x plus 4, equation number 2. Okay, then since x plus 4 is equal to 0, since x plus 4 is equal to 0, therefore x is equal to minus 4 from 2. Wherever x is there, I am putting minus 4 value. 5 into minus 4 minus 9, a into minus 4 minus 2, plus b into minus 4 plus 4. Minus 20 minus 9 is minus 29, a into minus 6 plus b into 0. Minus 29 minus 6a, b into 0 is 0. So I got minus 29 minus 6a, minus minus I will cancel it, a is 29 upon 6. Same way next factor is what? X minus 2. Since x minus 2 is equal to 0, therefore x is equal to 2. From 2, 5 into 2 minus 9 is equal to a into 2 minus 2. That is I am putting in this equation number 2. Okay, 2 minus 2, b into 2 plus 4. That is how 10 minus 9 I got 1. 2 cancels, 2 minus 2 0, that is 0. 2 plus 4 is 6, that is 6b. 1 is equal to 6b, therefore b is 1 upon 6. Then I put the a and b value in equation number 1. That is how I am getting the answer. Okay, you can take down. Next one, second one we'll do 2x minus 3 2x minus 3. Okay, 2x minus 3 divided by x plus 5 into x minus 2. X plus 5 into x minus 2. Okay, again what it is? Resolve it into partial fraction. Resolve it into partial fraction. Okay, resolve it into partial fraction. So how we are going to do? That is 2x minus 3 divided by x plus 5 into x minus 2 is equal to a upon x plus 5 plus, this is again a different factor, x plus 5 is different, x minus 2 is different. That's why again b upon x minus 2. This is my equation number 1. Okay, this is my equation number 1. Now again the same way I will copy this side. Then here what? I have to take these two brackets as LCM. A into x minus 2 plus b into x plus 5. Okay, again the same procedure, will cancel the denominators. Then I will get therefore 2x minus 3 is equal to a into x minus 2 plus b into x plus 5. That is my equation number 2. Same it is like previous problem only. A upon this, b upon that second factor. After that, write this LHS as it is. Take LCM, cross multiply it, cancel the denominators. Then you get equation number 2. Again one by one, we'll put the values of x. We'll get either a or b value. Then again one more value will put. If we have got a, then we'll get b. So you are going to get a and b value, and again you are going to put it in equation number 1. That's all. Okay. Now I will say here, since x plus 5 is equal to 0, therefore x is equal to minus 5. Since x plus 5 is equal to 0, that is this first factor. Okay, therefore x is equal to minus 5. This plus 5 will come that side, it will become minus 5. Now I will say from 2. Okay, that is 2 into minus 5 minus 3. A into 2 minus 2 plus b into 2 plus 5. That is minus 10 minus 3. A into 0 plus b into 7. Minus 10 minus 3 is minus 13. A into 0 is 0, 7b. So how much you get? Minus 13 is equal to 7b. Minus 13 is equal to 7b. So therefore b is what? B is minus 13 upon 7. B is minus 13 upon 7. We got B as minus 13 upon 7. Next, I'll say here, since x minus 2 is equal to 0. Since x minus 2 is equal to 0, therefore x is equal to 2. Again I'll say from 2. From 2 means this equation. That is 2x minus 3 it is, na? That is 2 into x is what? 2 minus 3 is equal to a into x minus 2. A into x minus 2, x minus 2, 2 minus 2 will come. Plus b into 1 minute, I have done my mistake. Okay, fine. Instead of taking minus 5, okay, I have taken here minus 5, I have to write here minus 5, na? 1 minute, I will make a correction here. It is what I am getting a value, not b value. Got it? I have to put here 5. Minus 5. Okay? Minus 5 plus 5 plus, that is 2 into minus 5 is minus 10 minus 3 is. Okay. A into minus 7 I'll get. B into this will be 0. So minus 10 minus 3 is minus 13 and this is minus 7A. Minus minus goes. Therefore A value is 13 by 7. A is 13 by 7. Now we are putting here x is equal to 2. Now A will get cancelled. Okay, that was some mistake. Rectify. Plus B. That is x plus 2. That is 2 plus 5. So 2 to the 4. 4 minus 3. A into 0 plus B into 7. So 4 minus 3 is 1. A into 0 is 0. 7B. 1 is equal to 7B. Therefore B is what? 1 by 7. B is 1 by 7. So I got here A is 13 by 7. Huh? Last time I had put here, I have to put minus 5, I had to put here 2. That's why I was saying A is 0. It should be A into minus 5 minus 2. That is minus 7. So now A and B value is put it in 1, we will get the final answer. From 1, 2x minus 3 divided by x plus 5 into x minus 2 is equal to, what is A? A is 13 by 7 divided by x plus 5 plus B is 1 by 7 divided by x minus 2. So that 7 will come down, it will become 13 into 7 divided by x plus 5, 1 by 7 divided by x minus. This is the answer. Okay. Okay, got the second problem. Same procedure again and again. LCM you have to cancel it. Then 1 by 1 x values you put it. You will get A value, B value. That you put it in the equation number 1. You will get the final answer. Okay. Now we will do one more problem. I will rub it. You can take the screenshots of the problems. Then later on you can copy it in your book. That will be very better. Even you can zoom and see the whatever. I think sometimes somewhere light it is coming. So you can zoom and you can see it. So it is better when I am solving the problem, be attentive. Then after the problem is over, I will wait for some 2 minutes. You can take the screenshot. After that you can copy it in your notebook. Got it? So now I will rub this. Third problem will be 3x plus 5 divided by x square plus 2x minus 3. Okay. Now this problem, it looks like your rule number 3, only one quadratic equation is given. So what we will do, this problem is little bit different from the previous two problems. The previous two problems were what? They were one step forward and directly we are resolving it. Now here we are one step backward. What we will do first, we will equate this denominator to 0 and get the factors. Then we will start the problem. So how to get the factors? X square plus 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, that will be what? X square plus 3x minus x. Clear? 3x minus x and get 2x, and 3x multiplied by minus x, I will get minus 3x square product. It should match. The product and the sum or difference, whatever you are getting here, they should match. Okay? I'll repeat again here. X square plus 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. Here 2x is there. So I am taking here 3x minus x and getting 2x plus 2x. And if I multiply this 3x into minus x, I am getting minus 3x square. So that way it should match. Okay? Now between these two, x is common. Here, x into x is x square, x into plus 3 is 3x. And here between these two, minus 1 I have taken common. Here, minus 1 into x is minus x, minus 1 into plus 3 is minus 3. Now I am getting these two brackets same. Now I am writing once common, x plus 3 and x minus 1. This is another one. Now we will come to the problem. We will say here, therefore 3x plus 5 divided by this quadratic equation has two factors. Okay, x plus 3 into x minus 1. Okay, now we will resolve this into partial fraction. So I said now you are one step backward. Resolve it into partial fraction. Okay, that is 3x plus 5 divided by x plus 3 into x minus 1 is equal to a upon x plus 3 plus b upon x minus 1. This is my equation number 1. So again I take LCM, this LHS side as it is. LCM is what? X plus 3 into x minus 1. So again this will get cross multiplied, a into x minus 1 plus this will get cross multiplied and b into x plus 3. There are two ways to think. I am saying a cross multiplication, otherwise you can think this way also. Below a, x plus 3 is there, this is not there. So that's why this will be multiplied because LCM are to both the brackets. Then plus b, below b x minus 1 is there, x plus 3 is not there, that's why that is multiplied. Okay. So now again denominator goes, we'll get therefore 3x plus 5 is equal to a into x minus 1 plus b into x plus 3. That is our equation number 2. Okay. Now one by one again we will solve. Again I will come here, I will say here, since x plus 3 is equal to 0, therefore x is equal to minus 3, then I will say from 2, that is equation number 2, this one, 3x plus 5 it is, 3x plus 5, I think it is not visible properly, 3x plus 5, okay, 3x, x value is minus 3 plus 5, a into x minus 1, a into minus 3 minus 1 plus b into x plus 3 minus 3 plus 3. So 3 into minus 3 is minus 9 plus 5, a into minus 3 minus 1 is minus 4 plus b into minus 3 plus 3 is 0. From minus 9 5 goes minus 4 minus 4a plus 0. That is minus 4 is equal to minus 4a, minus minus cancels. Therefore a is what? 4 upon 4 only, na? It will become 1. A is equal to 4 upon 4, it will become 1. Then again I will say this one. Since x minus 1 is equal to 0, since x minus 1 is equal to 0, therefore x is equal to 1. From equation 2, again from 2, 3x plus 5, 3 into 1 plus 5 is equal to a, x minus 1, 1 minus 1 plus b, x plus 3, 1 plus 3. So 3 1s are 3 plus 5, a into 0, b into 1 plus 3 is 4. So I will get a into 0 is 0, 4b. So a is equal to 4b. Therefore b is what? 8 upon 4. 4 ones are 4 twos are. So I am getting A value as 1, B value as 2. 4 ones are 4 twos are. That is B. Now I put this A and B value in equation 1. That is the answer. From 1, 3x plus 5 divided by x plus 3 into x minus 1 is equal to A is what 1. 1 upon x plus 3 plus B is 2. Done. Okay. Okay. You can take the screenshot of this problem. So we will end this session here.